Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all, this is Shar. Happy Monday to y'all, honey. Hey. We are here to jump into episode number 74. But before we do, y'all already know what we do, honey. We sitting on the front porch, honey, drinking our tea, our Kool-Aid, our soda, our Diet Coke, our Dr. Pepper, whatever is your fancy that your tongue desires. And we here chatting, honey, gossiping about these old crazy people on Beyond the Gates. So we're talking about episode number 73. So let me see what y'all got to say about that last episode. So we got Miss Welder 69. Hey boo, what's going on? She's like, I got a question. Do you put the pictures up that we see while we're talking? Because I have one picture of inside Haley's belly, and it won't go away if you put it in there on purpose. Then okay, but I can't look at my phone while you're talking. That picture won't go away. Girl, no, oh, girl, I be taking pictures of it with my iPhone because I have two phones. I got my regular phone, my regular Android, but I use my iPhone to take pictures so they look really clear. So I'm just learning. They say, look, use one picture for your regular one that you do your audio, but when you want the thumbnail, just do stuff that's from that show. So that's what I've been doing, girl. I hope I'm not confusing you, sis. I don't mean to, boo. But yes, honey. Yeah, I don't be putting it up while y'all talking, honey. I just, my shine now be telling me what to put up. I hope I understood your question, but you cracked me up, girl. All right, let's see who is next. But thank you, Miss Welder, as always. I love you. All right, Raquel Batson 3260. Hey, boo. She said, I had a news break too. I was hoping you would tell me what happened. Girl, I don't know what happened because I don't have Paramount. I need to go ahead and stop being cheap and go ahead and get Paramount. But girl, I ain't even, it looked like we ain't missed much. I think I saw an alert from someone. Let me see what they said. I think it was Cynthia. Cynthia said, okay, yeah. She said, update from what was missing from episode 73. Thomas sneaks some work files past the nurses for Bill. Oh, the ladies finished decorating the space with Danny's help. Oh, okay. And Ashley's blabbering to Derek about breaking up. And he tells her that's not the case. Okay, girl, we ain't missed much of nothing. I would have loved to see how Danny and them fix up the place, but girl, we ain't missing much of nothing, girl. And Raquel says, Raquel Batson 3260 also says, he says, when Andre busted up in the house and saw Chelsea and Kat, that secret is out now, honey. It is out, girl. It is out there. You can't unsee that. You really can't unsee that no matter how hard you try. It's like them jurors at that Diddy case, honey. What you hear, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So, yeah, let's see how he's going to work himself out of that situation. We got my girl Cynthia Judkins 2250. She says, Andre couldn't really think of anything fast enough to tell Chelsea and Kat. You could see his thought bubbled like oh, skit. Girl. He was trying. He's like, oh okay. Well, is that a cat over there? He was trying his best to try to distract them. Like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go. I was just coming over here to check up on her. Girl, stop it, Andre, stop it. Okay, we have my boo Cynthia Judkins again. She says Vernon was furious with Martin for talking to Nicole. Right, right. I'm like, why in the world you tripping, honey? He's went to go to talk to his mammy. It's like, what's wrong with him talking to his mammy? Ain't nothing wrong with him. That boy, if you a son out there, you better go talk to your mammy first, unless your grandpappy tells you to. But go talk to your mammy. I would be mad if my son didn't come talk to me. If he talking about he going crazy, and my son, he's 20. How old that boy? 23. I'd be mad as hell if he did that. Come talk to your mammy. Shit. Okay, anyway, Rhonda. I'm sorry. Rhonda, shaking my head, 1879. Hey, boo. Auntie, I love your recaps. Keep them coming. Of course, I got some questions, though. How does Haley have a doggone ultrasound already? Okay? I mean, right? I call Cap. So how far along is she supposed to be right? Ain't nobody asking no questions. Ain't nobody asking no questions. She just put that little rice on rice size baby on the damn ultrasound. And you could tell already, girl, please. You just had a false pregnancy like what 3 weeks ago. Anyway, and then you also say, Rhonda also says, and for the love of God, I'm so sick of Ashley and her childish relationship with the firemen. If they don't stop acting like they in the sixth grade, break up already. Well, We're going to see what happened today, honey. We're going to see what happens. Hey, Katressa Vibes. Hey, boo, what's the tea, girl? She says, I agree with Ashley wanting Derek to break up with her so she doesn't have to be the bad guy, and so Andre can come and console her. Girl, exactly right. You know, all of us are prophets, honey. So I believe that what you said, Katressa, like, all we all think that she's it's not me, it's not you, it's me type of bullshit. Girl, put your big girl panties on and tell that man you don't want him. Don't do that to him. I think that's the most worst thing you could do to a person. Be honest if you can, okay? You should, but you know. Okay, Cynthia, my girl Cynthia Junkins, she says Ashley and Derek talking to other people about their relationship really need to talk to each other, you know, with the saying that's going. I'm sorry. You let me start back over. Ashley and Derek talk to other people about their relationship really need to talk to each other, you know, with the saying that goes that's going on. We listen and we don't judge. Yeah, I didn't know about that until my boyfriend told me about it. And somebody else does it. I think Kempire does it. If y'all watch him, he's really good. He talks about all things pop culture. And on his live, he's like, we listen and we don't judge. So that's how the saying goes. We listen and we don't judge. And yeah, Andre did some judging. To my, if that was me, you know, I would never let a woman like you go. Yeah, right. Once she gets on your nerve, or an old kitty cat come crawling around that house, honey, because I think an old lover is gonna come back around, and Andre gonna be confused. Once he gets locked in with Ashley, he gonna think he's so much in love until that old puss comes back. That's what I feel. Uh-huh. Okay, we have Cynthia Judkins 2250. She also says, I don't know why Martin couldn't tell that guy was right in his ear before he said anything. Right, breathing all down my damn neck. Yes, girl. I don't know how he couldn't feel. No, anybody could, even if ain't nobody in this house, I always feel like there's somebody there. You know what I'm saying? Your spidey senses be popping out and your hairs and your neck stand up, you know. Shucks. He was, I guess he just gets so locked in his thoughts, he don't know his right from his left. Okay, we have Raquel Batson 3260. She said the creepy waiter is doing too much. Martin is so oblivious. The man is literally looking over his shoulder and Martin doesn't feel him there. Be aware of your surroundings. Girl, you ain't never lied, honey. You ain't never lied. You got that right. Be aware of your surroundings because you don't know who's breathing over your shoulder and who's reading your phone, because I've done that. Being like at a airport or like at a theater and somebody's in front of you and you look on their phone to see what they doing, honey, it be tripping me the F out. Okay, we have Crystal Waters. Hey, Crystal Waters 4426. Ted might not like Carlton flirting with Eva, but I bet he'd rather see that than Carlton flirting with Nicole. Okay, I mean, if you have a choice, honey, flirt with daughter, not with mother. So yeah, I agree. Raquel Batson 3260. She said Ashley is so annoying. Oh my God. You wanted a date. Now just go on the damn date. Why does she have to make this so hard? This scene with Andre was too long and drug out. I agree. She even made the proposal scene unbearable. Derek is trying, but Ashley is just a wet blanket. Yeah, I agree, honey. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I will say this is the first time in a long time that I'm actually looking forward to seeing them on the screen. But before I was like, y'all in the bed too much. Okay, now y'all fussing too much. It's just too much. But now I'm like, okay, so I think they did good because they got us so hooked on them, and we've been talking about them the most in these comments. So whatever they did it right. I'm proud of them. But you know, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this proposal. If she's going to say yes or no, we'll see. And so Cynthia Junkins 2250. She said, "Ugh, the nerve of people. Why? Wow, she's playing a character. Yeah, when I mentioned about the lady who played Anastasia, people are so rude. They are so rude when you know the lady's just up there just doing her thing." Just doing her damn thing, baby. Just doing her thing. And she is just, she's like, look, I'm in the film, not y'all. This is my hair. I'm slim. I'm getting cast. F y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't blame her. But, you know, I'm like, they better not say no damn shit to me. For real, you know, because they don't know who's in the group. They don't know, you know, that person can come along and change your life and stuff. You just don't know who's listening, who's watching. And when you make personal attacks on people, it ain't cool, because you want nobody to do that to your ass. because ain't nobody perfect, you know. But anyway, thank y'all so much for just stopping by and sitting on the porch with me as we had a little talk about this old crazy ass people on on Beyond the Gates episode number 73. Now, the gates about to swing open on episode number 74 on a Monday. It better be good, because you know how I am. It best to be good, honey. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen today. So y'all get ready to talk too. And also thank y'all so much. Y'all are keeping my channel so much on fire. I really am so excited for everything that we're doing. We're growing. Keep sharing, y'all, because again, my goal is 1,000 subscribers at least by the summertime. So if you can, just share my information out there so we can get people to come on over here and join us. Because when we do, you're gonna see my ugly mug on the screen when I hit that 1K and my ugly wall. Y'all remember that old ugly wall that I got? If you don't, look back. You'll go back and see that ugly busy wall that I have. It's me and I love it. It's gaudy and I love it. So, all right, y'all, let's get ready for episode number 74, Beyond the Gates. Lego. Oh, honey, we open up episode number 74 with that white dude whispering in Martin's damn ear. Let's see what color's your money. Well, Martin got up. He turned that white dude around. He said, wait a minute, what did you fucking say? And the guy was like, I'm sorry, did you need something? He said, you just leaned into my ear and you said something. I want to know what it was. Tell me what you said. And the guy told me, oh, you know what you said. And the guy was like, oh, sorry, sir. I thought you heard me. Your server asked me to see if you were ready for your check. You didn't say anything, sir. So do you want your check? So we at Orphe Jeans and we see Andre. He actually talked to Naomi. Has he ever talked to Naomi before? I don't know, but he goes over there and he sees that she's working. He says, girl, you are one hard-working attorney. She said, indeed I am, honey. Indeed I am. So he has a bag of food with him. You know, Andre's always eating. So she's like, baby, I hope you got that crispy baked chicken. That tastes, that sound good, y'all. He said, oh, yeah, you know it. You know it's baked, but it tastes like it's fried. You know, that's just one way to keep the arteries open. You see what I'm saying? So he act like he cares about how Bill is feeling, but you know he don't. But he was like, how's Bill? So she was like, I just FaceTimed that mean man. He seems to be doing all right. She tells him that it was a stroke, a mini one, thank God. Just lucky that it wasn't worse. So he was like, hey, I want to ask you a little something if you're busy. She's like, no, go ahead, sit down, baby, go ahead. What's your question? So she said that Jacob was hard at work at the station, so she decided since she was going to get something to eat, she went on and worked at the restaurant instead of going home, So she said she was finna leave anyway. She was packing up. So she asked him, what's on his mind? He says, well, I know that I'm not in it, and I really shouldn't be asking you shit, but I spoke with Ashley earlier. See, Andre, you sticking your nose where it belong, bro. So Naomi was like, oh. She kind of leaned back and smiled. He's like, oh, so this was Andre said, Okay, so I was hoping that I wasn't the only person who knew about this. This huge date that she was supposed to have with Derek. I'm thinking that Naomi thinks that he's talking about the engagement, not the actual dinner itself. Because, y'all knew Ashley was spazzing the fuck out because she thought that Derek was going to break up with her, crazy ass. So Naomi was like, well, I really haven't spoke with Ashley per se about it. He was like, oh, Derek. She was like, yeah. And so Andre was like, okay, I got you. So Andre was like, so you know what he finna do? What did he plan? So we show them, honey. And you hear Ashley breathing, oh my God. It ain't what you think, honey. But, we show the ring. We need a little microscope to see the diamond, but it's there. The ring. It's so sparkly. It's so beautiful. He was like, yeah, it is. I thought it looked just like you, baby. He was like pretty with a little dazzle, but not too. And she was like, ostentatious. He was like, yeah, that one. Luckily, I did have a little help picking it out. She was like, really? Who? He says, Naomi. She says, Naomi knew that you were going to propose? He's like, look, I didn't want to get it wrong. He tells her that she can trade it in for a different one if she wants to, if that's not the one she had in mind. She says, what I had in mind? I mean, I don't think I even thought that far. Girl, y'all been together for over 2 years. He was like smiling, like, let's see what it looks like on. So she's scared. You'd think that he had a knife about to cut her finger off. So she's shaking hands just to You know, and so right before he puts it on, she's like, wait, like he about to put the thing in her cuckoo. Y'all girls know what I'm talking about when he was about to put it in. Y'all like, wait. Well, look who we have here. Joey, the mobster, and Vanessa. She's looking more, soft in her look now. So she wanted him to meet right there at the damn casino. So he was like, why the fuck you wanted us to meet here? She said, well, where else are we going to meet? I mean, this right here, nigga, this is where the game is played, Joey. And you have had a marvelous run of luck in this here room, baby. You must have found it so amusing when you seduced me right here on the same table. Where you've been cheating my husband at cards. I didn't cheat, Doug, he said. Don't even try it. Don't even try. I've had time to reevaluate every fucking move that you made from the very beginning of our, whatever you want to call this shit, that we've got going on. All the lies, greater still, the manipulation. But one thing became very fucking clear. For you to go through all of those lengths, you must be really damn desperate to get a hold of my substantial real estate firm, which actually gives me the upper hand. Well, we see Chelsea and Madison at the guest house, where their house, as they are doing takeout, Chinese takeout with champagne or wine or whatever. And, Chelsea was like, well, this is really nice. You really put out all the stops for just a takeout meal. So Madison was like, girl, this Chinese food was over at my favorite restaurant over in Montgomery County. Push pause. DC, to me, has the best Chinese restaurants. That's one thing I do miss about home. You go to get some Chinese food in the DC area, DMV area, you will never go wrong. So Madison does say that her favorite Chinese spot is over there in Montgomery County. She said, Madison, Montgomery, and Montgomery County. I wish I'd been there. Child, Madison was generous, honey. She said she didn't know what type of food that Chelsea wanted, so she got everything. That means she's rich. So it looks like they got some egg drop soup, because Chelsea was like, and you looks like you got my favorite soup. It's my favorite. And so Madison's like, really, girl? I love it too. Chelsea, this is just too sweet, girl. But for real, I had every intention of taking you out. A promise is a promise. A promise is a promise, girl. A promise is a promise. Madison was like, girl, we can go out some other time. I wanted something more intimate. And besides, the restaurants can be really damn noisy and just getting on my nerves. She said, then we can talk right here and not have to shout over people. So Chelsea kind of straightened up her little skirt, honey, and moved closer to Madison. So Madison was like, So she's like, forks or chopsticks? I do not know how to use no chopsticks, y'all. Don't judge me, y'all. But I do not know how to use chopsticks. Chelsea was like, well, if we were out, then I would say chopsticks, of course, but fork. Don't judge me. See, me and Chelsea think alike. I told you a lot of things we've done. We have a lot in common. Anyway, Madison was like, girl, all of your secrets are safe with me. So Chelsea grabs the fork out of her hand, and their fingers are well manicured, French tipped fingertips, honey, just happen to touch Madison's hand as she's grabbing the fork. And Madison was like, oh, shit. Okay, we are back at the country club. So Martin is still sitting at the table looking all scared, rubbing his legs together, rocking back and forth, eyes all bug-eyed and stuff. So Vernon's like, your grandmother sends her love. She sound real sexy on that phone in Chicago. So Martin was like, all right, thanks, Granddad, thanks. Looking all worried, boy, calm down. So Vernon got eyes everywhere. He was like, I saw your ass confront that bus boy. Now, what was that shit all about? Martin says, I thought I heard him say something strange, but I don't know. Poor Martin, he feel like he cracking up. He said, not just on top of him seeing things that ain't there. That poor baby is hearing things too. Bless his heart. Martin says, I ain't even realized that he was standing right there behind me. It was like he just snuck up on my ass. And I hear this damn voice right out of my nightmares. A voice from that same night. Vernon was like, well, saying what, boy? Let's see what color's your money. So Vernon was like, that's exactly what. And then Martin was like, I know, man. Word for word. So Vernon was like, boy, you are really shaking up. Maybe you should call one of them therapists that your mammy told you about. Martin with his offended self. Reach out to a shrink, huh? What that's supposed to do? I mean, what am I gonna say? I need your help, but I can't actually say what the help I need with. And Vernon was like, well, clearly, baby, you can't reveal everything, but you could say that you endured a very traumatic event a couple of years ago, and you're having a lot of trouble laying it to rest. Granddad, do you think it's possible? I mean, what if that busboy definitely said what I heard him say? I heard what I heard, and he said what he said. I mean, like, stuff like this ain't never happened before. So Vernon was like, Martin, boy, what are you getting at? So Martin was like, what if that bus boy was the man from that night? Ooh, baby, the look on Vernon's face and on the next screen. Y'all already know, baby. We at the precinct, baby. For those you newbies out here, honey, I have a little crush on the chief of police. His name is Elon. I don't like the name. They could have definitely gave him Daryl or Tyrone or, Stefan, something more sexy. They gave that man Elon. That's Jacob's pappy. But he back on my screen, baby. My man, Marcel, those are my two niggas, y'all. I say the word nigga over here. Yes. I know y'all who know me, y'all know I'm screaming right now. My panties is wet. So, baby, we say Marcel. He said he went up to Elon, baby. I'm telling you, my mouth is wet, y'all. Let me just bask in this glory on my screen. I know my boos who know me, y'all know I'm screaming on this thing, right? I can't scream it so loud because my neighbors probably think I'm cray cray. Let me gather myself, carols. All right now, Auntie back, baby, Auntie back. But I tell you, y'all, I'm pacing the floor. Let me stop it. Calm down, Shar. Damn. It's just a couple of fine men. Look, I have me a boyfriend, but he knows, he got eyes and I got eyes too. Shit. I'm not the jealous type, honey. I don't do that. But goodness gracious, these some good looking men on my TV screen. Okay, back to the show. All right. Marcel asked Elon, said, man, have I got you to thank for the change in my schedule, man? Your ass snuck it in on me while I was in here working on something else, didn't you? I know you did that, Elon. Damn, they look good. God almighty. Is this a prank, he asked Elon? I swear they look like they smell good. Okay, focus, Shar. Focus. Elon tells him, look, man, I said I'm busy. What the fuck you going on about? Marcel says, some idiot over there in the communications office set up an interview for me with the Washington Record. Elon was like, about what, nigga? And then Marcel said, me, man, me. Elon said that's the kind of thing the record does from time to time. Go ahead, sexy ass. He calls it the human interest fluff. Child, he said the readers eat it up, hey, baby, just like I'm going to do you, baby, on this screen. I got my spoon ready. We going to eat your ass up. Okay. He says the readers eat it up. That's what he tells Marcel. He said, so you make sure, baby, you smile real big for that camera. You hear me? Nigga, you string together as many platitudes as you can. That, in other words, pull out that Mac Daddy poetry and you make it sound, pull out the little tiny violin and you make sure you pull on them people's heartstrings as much as you can. Pull on mine, y'all. Pull on mine. This department can use some good PR. Go ahead, Elon. So Smitty comes in there. He said, Marcel Malone. And Marcel said, who the fuck asking? Smitty cleared his throat. I'm Bradley Smith. I think I just found out that that's his real name, Bradley. Go ahead, Bradley. I like Smitty though. So Smitty, shakes his hands and I'm Bradley Smith. I'm here to interview you for the Washington Record, sir. So, child, I ain't thinking about them. Naomi and Andre. I'm talking about, Naomi was like, girl, the big date tonight. Andre still don't know. So Naomi was like, I actually helped Derek plan for it. He wanted to be super duper special. So he's like, see, I figured it was something like that. I told Ashley with her worrying ass that she didn't have nothing to worry about. So Naomi was like, wait a minute, that bitch told you she was worried? She didn't say shit to me and I'm her bestie. So Naomi was like, why? So Andre with his cocky self to my, okay, well, this feels a little like weird, like gossiping about a friend. That ain't just my friend, that's my sis. So Naomi was like, look, this ain't no bad thing at all if we are really trying to keep them to stand together. So it ain't bad. Spill the tea. So Naomi was like, so that's why you're asking, right? He said, oh, no, no, no. Yeah, of course. Of course I want them to stay together. Right, right, right. And you have known them both way longer than I have, Naomi. So yeah, um, you know that they've both had a little tension, Derek and Ashley since he moved out, right? Yeah, she know. You ain't telling her nothing she don't know. So Naomi was like, yeah, honey, I have heard an earful or two. Damn, they both getting on my nerves. Anyway, he said, yeah, and that Ashley really thought that he might be planning on breaking up with her at this dinner. So Naomi was like, what the fuck? What? He was like, yeah. She said, that's awful. Like, that's really bad that she would think some crazy shit like that. She said, but for what I know, honey, she could not be further from the truth. So Andre was like, really now? So what the fuck do you know that I don't know? So Naomi was like, well, shit, I might as well spill the tea now. Eventually everybody's going to know Derek is planning on proposing to Ashley tonight. Actually, he might be doing about right now. And poor Andre, his heart looks very heavy right now. He put on a really forced fake ass smile. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's great. That's really great. Wow, wow. She was like, wow. We're back at Ashley and Derek. They said wow at the same time. Wow. Okay. I just you got to give me a second to catch my breath, okay, babe? Oh. Oh yeah, this is just a huge surprise, babe. It's more than a surprise. I'm shocked. Shit, he tells her that they've been talking about getting married just as long as they've been together. I kind of thought that. Yeah, but that was more like someday. He says, baby, I am not asking you to run away with me tonight. I'm not asking that. I just want to make it official. That's all. Make a huge statement about who we are to one another. That we belong together. Ash. For our whole damn lives. And she says, that's so sweet, Derek. Girl, that's more than sweet when a man asks you to marry them. I'm just happy. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this. That's all. He says, why? She said, well, honestly, I was actually preparing myself for. I thought you were bringing me here to break up with me. He's like, yeah. Like, where the fuck did you get that? She's like, I don't know. I'm just stupid. That's all. She didn't say that, but that's what the line should be. He's like, come on now, seriously, girl, do you think that I will bring you someplace nice, drop a ton of cash on this table, and just take a walk? Nigga, you gonna give me some pussy for it? He was like, does that really sound like me? She said, I guess not when you put it that way. Girl, you must don't know him. See, she's looking at all this stuff on TV and on Instagram and shit. People be doing this big breakup script. People don't do that. Girl, get out of your head. I know you want to get under Andre. We all know. So she tells him, well, honey, you were not actually thrilled when living together fall apart. You were not happy about that at all. It still bothers you, Derek. You know that shit. He said, yeah, of course that shit still bothers me, but it'd be really effed up if I was happy that living without you didn't work out too. So, he's like, look, that ain't me. I'd rather have you in my life than not have you at all. Oh. He was like, but the fights we had, look, let's be honest, baby. They were partly my fault too. In Ashley's head, she probably like, shit, that was all your fault. He was like, okay, let's be real. It was a lot my fault. Yeah. He's like, I can see that. He said, look, but all of those things we can work out, baby. It's like, to me, that's what this ring is saying, that we stand for each other and with each other, and how when life gets crazy and I stump all over your last damn nerve, our instinct is to always turn to each other, not away. Too late, Derek. And we'll always work things out because the love that this ring represents, it ties us together, baby. Forever. And he looks at her and says, will you put this shit on? Will you wear it? Ooh, she said, I'm so sorry, Derek. I just can't. Wow. I'm just not ready for this. We are back at the casino and Vanessa is having herself a sip. So she tastes some martini. She said, this shit need more vodka. And you, talking to Joey, you need a legitimate enterprise, my friend, with a reputable long-term history. He's like, you standing in one right now. Look around. She's like, legitimate, honey? On paper, yes. He says that's all that counts. And she's like, okay, so are you also going to claim this casino is reputable? Did y'all know that I think I said it before, Joey and Pam, they were married in real life. Pamela, the one that's Danny's best friend, they were actually married in real life. They're divorced now, but they were actually married. He slides her some more vodka filled martini and he was like, keep talking. So she says, you want you want something that's small enough to fly under the radar, but large enough to handle multi-million dollar transactions. He says there's all kinds of restaurants, car washes, jewelry stores that meet that criteria, honey. She was like, and you need an owner who is, and he says, savvy and motherfucking sexy. She said, I was going to say beyond reproach. And he leans in, he was like, and? She said, someone who has solid business ties to leaders in the community. He said, he's so nasty. He said, so you used ties on community leaders? You so nasty, Joey. She's like, who? Little old beyond reproach me? He was like, so what you saying? She's like, my firm is ideal for laundering your wayward windfalls. She said, agreed. He leans in and says, not quite. So she was like, wait a minute, you practically forced me into this position. Now your ass is playing hard to get? I'm simply encouraging you to be reasonable, he says. And I'm reminding you what your ass could lose, she said. He was like, well, that cuts both ways. And she was like, does it really? I mean, I've been in real estate, baby, for a long motherfucking time. When the market is hot and your asset is in high demand, baby, the last thing you need to be is reasonable. You can ask for the fucking moon and your ass will get it. So we're back at the country club. So Vernon tells Mark, he says, there is no circumstance that he can think of even right now that a busboy here at the club is the same damn man from that horrible night. 2 years ago, that man took that settlement money. Oh, wait a minute. And he left the country. Uh-oh, now the layers of that onions are being peeled off. So something happened to the point where they had to pay this man. He left not only just the city, but the country. Damn. So Mark was like, Granddad, are you sure about that shit? He was like, look. Vernon was like, look, nah. I hired someone to keep tabs on his ass. If anything changed, I'd be the first to know. So Mark was like, oh my God, it just seems so real. And Vernon was like, boy, I don't doubt that. But these flashes from the past coming at you out of nowhere, that's got to be very, very disturbing. But we can get your ass help, all right? So Martin was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. Shit, Martin looked over that man like that squirrel. Don't you know that squirrel who, that viral squirrel be looking sideways? He was looking at that man because he was over at another table serving the couple some water. I was like, whatever. Okay, it's starting to thunder. It's all right. So we're back at the house, Chelsea's house, with all the candle lights lit. So, yeah, it's all romantic for her and Madison. So Madison was like, girl, it must feel really great to be a brand new businesswoman. So Chelsea was like, oh, it does. So Chelsea says, going from model to designer makes me feel like I have a little bit more credibility, especially since the purses are the product and not me. So Madison says, I've seen the before and after of how you decorated this place. That's where the runway used to be, right? Yeah, I did a lot of live streams in front of that catwalk. I sure did. So Madison was like, it's tough trying to wrap my head around it. It feels like I've been in this exact room, viewing it from this exact same angle before ever coming through the door. I'm feeling that with this conversation, Madison is sounding like a stalker. And she said that also millions and millions of people felt the same way. So Madison was like, girl, that makes me feel a little uneasy. So Chelsea was like, the vibe that some of my followers get, like they really, really know me, girl, it is all an illusion. So Madison was like, how do you mean? So Chelsea tells her, like, my followers think that they know my nightly skincare. They know my skincare routine. It seems very, very intimate. It feels intimate for them. I'm in a robe and my hair is in a messy bun. And as far as they know, that's the end of my night. But what they don't see is who I slip under the covers with after applying said nightly skincare products. Go ahead, Chelsea. And for the record, I would never post anyone without their okay. That includes you, Madison, especially your sexy ass. Madison thanks her. She says she appreciates and Chelsea was like, "Of course, girl." So Chelsea asks her, "Did she ever come out to her family?" So Madison was like, "I am now, girl. I had to do that shit in stages." So her mom and her siblings were su- completely supportive from the beginning, but her pappy needed some time to get used to the idea. So Chelsea was like, "Girl, I feel you on that." So Madison was like, "Girl, your dad?" And she's like, "Yeah." So she was like, "He and I, well, it's really, really hard to open up to someone who's betrayed your trust." So Madison asks her again, like, "So what did it feel like?" So Chelsea cut her ass off. She's like, "I get that, girl, that you are asking all these fucking questions and making all these conversations about me. But honey, we were talking about you coming out to your dad." So Madison was like, "Oops, right." So Chelsea was like, "So what got him used to the idea?" Madison says that it was a very challenging process, honey. For a while, her pappy was trying to hook her up with her friend's sons, with his friend's sons. Ugh. That's ugh for her. You know, I like men, so it ain't no ugh. But if you're not interested in it, then it's weird, you know. So Chelsea was like, "Well, what is it like now?" She said, "Well, I work a lot, but funny enough, my dad is even pestering me that I need to go out more." She said, "So now that he's cool with me being gay, he just wants me to find the right woman." Oh. So Chelsea was like, "So you must have been taking his advice when you were checking me out at Uptown, huh?" Madison was like, "Girl, okay, girl, I already pled not guilty to this charge. I was staring off to space, girl. I was not looking at you." Chelsea was like, "Girl, you were totally checking me out." And so Madison was like, "Okay, okay, okay. Maybe I was. Maybe I was just a little bit." And they both start to laugh. How cute. So we're back at Orphe Jean. So Andre was like, "Well, Ashley would have definitely been relieved just knowing that Derek was not breaking up with her again." This is the only episode that I will say that I'm really looking forward to the Derek and Ashley scene. Because y'all know, y'all be talking about dry paint, honey, dry like a desert. But this one, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out. Because she turned that man down. So Andre was like, "I'm sure she was looking for the proposal." He's like, I'm sure that's exciting. And so Naomi was like, "I hope so. I hope so." He was like, "Wait a minute. You don't think she would be?" And so she's like, "No, I'm not saying that. No, no." She's just saying she just wondered if this is the best time for Derek to pull that move. That's all. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He comes back. His hands were shaking. He put the ring back in the box. He was like, my bad, bad move. Bad plan, bad everything. Oh, he looks so embarrassed. He takes the champagne, honey, and puts it to the bar. She's like, "Derek, please, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying, not yet." He's like, "Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay, I really don't know what the damn difference is, but whatever." She's like, "Come on, baby. I mean, we're still figuring this shit out. We're just trying to. We're just trying to figure out what makes us both happy, how to make this work, babe." He cuts her the fuck off. He said, "I don't need to figure out that you make me happy, Ashley. You. It's that damn simple. At least for my ass it is. Plus, you did used to talk about that you wanted to marry me." She said, "But I do." That man takes the ring back out of his pocket and opens up the box and says, well, here's your damn chance. Say yes." She's looking like she's so scared of that damn ring. "I just can't," she says. He was like, "Why the fuck not?" He slammed that box closed and she was like, "It just doesn't feel right. Look, when I agreed to let you move in with me, there was this little voice inside my head telling me we weren't doing it for the right reasons. But I didn't listen to it. Then everything between us became this huge mess and your feelings got hurt and I just don't want to make that mistake again. Can't you understand that?" He's mad as hell. He was like, "I got a damn voice inside my head too. And mine is telling me something different now. The voice in my head is telling me that your ass been playing me." And she get to blinking like she don't know what the fuck he talking about. "Girl, you're just lying." And he right. She has been playing your ass, Derek. Good for you. So we are back we are back at the precinct with Smitty and Marcel. And is it Marcel? Yeah, Marcel. And he asks him, somebody was like, so you've been at the precinct, according to my research, like, what, 37 years? Damn, that's a long time. So Marcel was like, yeah, that's true. So Smitty was like, well, you and I have someone in common. And so Marcel was like, he's like, yeah, we both know Jacob Hawthorne. And he is your partner now, right? If I understand that correctly. Go ahead, Smitty, be professional. Marcel says, oh, yeah, the partnership, it is only pretty much a name only. The kid got himself assigned to that case that's been harassing your in-laws. He been spending a lot of time on that one. So Smitty was like, wait a minute, you know who my in-laws are? I mean, what kind of detective would I be if I didn't know that you were the grandson-in-law of one of the Duprees? I wouldn't be no good detective now, would I? Yeah, you married to the congressman. I know all about him. We're back at the casino with Vanessa and Joey, so she gives him some type of dark liquor. So she's like, so, what's it gonna be? So she gives him his drink as he sits down. So she's like, so are we gonna do this thing or not? So he's like, I'm not sure about a certain aspect of this negotiation. She's like, no need for that shit. When being blunt gets us exactly where we're going even faster. He was like, all right, I'm gonna school you right now. He says, you have no bargaining power. That's not true. I do have bargaining power. She's like, and he was like, Vanessa, girl, you owe me a pretty hefty chunk of cash, honey. She's like, I don't. He was like, look, all right. Technically, the debt belongs to Dougie. But as his spouse, legally speaking, so to speak, you are responsible. You really enjoyed setting your little trap for Doug, didn't you? That's what she tells him. And he did. You did your research on both of us. I've been married to that man for a large chunk of my life. And your ass found out more about our personal vulnerabilities and then I even knew about him. Or he even knew about me. He says, I really don't want to embarrass either of you. And so Vanessa's like, really? Then he says, all right, okay, I'll admit that I do care more about you than I do about Dougie. Why would I want to see you suffer when all I really want to do is send you to throes and levels and minions and all of ecstasy. Ooh, she says, we got a whole lot of shit to get past before we put that on this table again, honey. Which is why I've come up with a proposal, he says. And she says, ooh, this I must hear. You allow me to, you go ahead and set up some real estate deals. You take a commission that allows you to pay down Doug's debt. See? Simple, painless, and best of all, baby, it's discreet. Shit, Vanessa started giggling, honey. She was like, ha! He's like, wait a minute, you're amused. She was like, oh no, nigga, you's funny. He was like, how so? She said, you didn't need to use Doug's situation in debt or force my hand to let you use my business. The joke's on you, boo. You know, putting all that effort in, going through all that trouble, honey, and in the whole damn time, all you had to do was ask, girl. So Naomi, we're back with Naomi and Andre. So she tells him, she says she don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but she says she doesn't think that it would just be happenstance that Derek and Ashley's relationship started going down south after he got hurt in that fire. That's interesting. No, honey, it started going down south when Andre brought his ass back to town. Y'all saw it. She didn't see it, but y'all saw how she was looking at him. So she says, when you all of a sudden have this, you're faced with mortality, and you face the fears of possibly losing them, it can throw your emotions way off balance, which is true. It's true. But no, it has something to do with her heart belonging to somebody else. It ain't got to do nothing with him dancing with the devil or dancing with death, honey. It had her wanting to be up under Andre. So he talked about the interviews that he had with both of them and how Ashley was so grateful and thankful that he was alive. And so Naomi was like, yeah, I know. Ain't that something? That's a trip. So, yeah. So that gratitude has been replaced with some damn common sense. So she was like, since Derek was able to get well at Ashley's place, temporarily, it felt like a natural step would be for him to move in with her. Nah, that wasn't no natural step. But things probably would have gotten a lot more slower for them both if he had never gotten hurt. Wow. So she said they might have been better off. And so Andre was like, yeah, I see what you mean. She said, well, girl, I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know what I'm talking about. So she asked him, look, don't be telling them what I told you. He's like, look, I ain't saying shit. She said, you know what? They'll figure that shit out. They will. Who knows? Maybe it's already happening. Yeah, girl, it's happening all right. So they do a slow pan from Orphe Jeans over to Uptown and a close up of Ashley. It's like, look, I know that you're not happy with me right now, but I'm just trying to be honest with you, babe. That's all. And he looking like he just want to just spit in her face. He said, I don't buy that shit. You said 1,000 times that you want to be with me, girl. Oh, he said, but what your ass really means that you don't want to break up. You don't want to hurt my feelings, which is not the same damn thing. It ain't the same thing as being ready to commit to me, which you obviously ain't ready for. I just don't understand why this has to happen right now. Why are you pushing so hard? Where's the fire, huh? He was like, maybe I don't want to waste my damn time. Ooh, that gaslighting bullshit. She's like, so I'm a waste of time, huh? Is that how you feel? He's like, don't twist up my words, girl. Oh, I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Oh, you meant something else? Ooh, she does that. She does that all the time. When she feels like she's in a corner, she will twist up his words. Stand your ground, Derek. He was like, I can't do this shit no more. She said, do what, Derek? This argument, huh? Huh? Or us? There she go again. She's putting it in his hands. So when they do split up, she's not woman enough to tell him that she wants to break up with him. She just don't not want. She doesn't not just want to marry him. She don't want to marry him, but she doesn't want to be with him. You say it, Ashley. Don't make him say it. He was like, how did this all go so wrong? She's like, I just think you just finally happened to blurt out the truth. Girl, you gaslighting, honey. You playing one of them Karens. That you're just as unsure about things, about where things stand with us. No, he said he wants you. He said he don't have no doubt. Let me stop offering my commentary between these lines. I'll never get through this video. He's just shaking his head and she digging in his ass more. Was this really a commitment from you? Or a test for me? Ooh, she's a bitch. She ain't had no tears or nothing. Ashley gets the award of crying with no tears, honey. Crying with no tears. We are back with Chelsea and Madison at Chelsea's house. So Chelsea asks Madison, so tell me about, excuse me, so tell me about your first crush. Uh-oh, she was a theater kid. Uh-oh. For those of you all who don't know, I'm an actress. I've been in theater for almost 15 years now. So, yeah, it wasn't me. All of these young girls, I noticed that one creator said the same thing. One content creator said that all of these girls' skirts be short, honey. They sit down, honey. You might see some cheeks hanging off the couch. But they got the body for it. I ain't mad at them, but you ain't gonna never see Anita with no short dress on. Sharon, Tracy, you ain't gonna see none of them. Danny, no, you won't see Danny with no short dress. Nicole, no, you're gonna see low cut on them. But when it comes to the young girls, you're gonna see thighs and almost booty cheeks. So Chelsea was like, "Oh my God, a triple threat, girl!" So Madison was like, "Yeah, she could act, sing, and dance, honey. Only the best for me." And Chelsea was like, "And for me." She's like, okay, girl, stop distracting me, okay? I want to hear about this singer, dancer, actress. And I want to know how it felt for Madison Montgomery when she first fell deep into infatuation. She's like, girl, that was in high school. And Chelsea was like, girl, I don't care. We're basically who we are from a very early age. So she tells her that she had an amazing voice. She starred in all the school musicals. She says she joined the stage crew just to be near her. That's a red flag, y'all. So if this shit come up again, we know that the stalker, red flags was peeking a little head later on in the story. Because again, I told y'all, this baby girl said that Chelsea's character is going to go through something major. It's going to change her. So I don't know what this girl's going to go through. But if you ain't interested in acting and you joined the stage crew just to be near an actress, that's stalkerish to me. I could be wrong. So Chelsea was like, oh my God, how did that go? They had a goodbye kiss at the end of summer because her family was moving back to New York. Oh, so she would be going to a performing arts high school to pursue her career from there. So Chelsea was like, well, did she become a Broadway star? So Madison was like, girl, I don't know. I mean, but wherever she is, I wish her all the best. Chelsea, oh, that's really adorable. So you always knew that you were into girls? So Madison gives a strong ass yes. So she asked Chelsea, what about her? So Chelsea like, girl, I dated mostly guys in high school. But when I was 17 and my career started to pick up, things got a little wild. I did a lot of experimenting. I know that feeling. So Madison was like, girl, our worlds are so different. A lot of my experimenting happened in actual chemistry labs. So Chelsea's like, girl, with your lab partners or so Madison thought that was so funny. Girl, you make me laugh so much. Chelsea tells her, I like your laugh and I love to bring it out. And Madison is biting her lip, honey. She's like, oh, okay. Chelsea is very aggressive when it comes to what she wants, especially when it's another person. Interesting. But when she wants to tell her mother like bad news, she beats around the bush. So you can see the difference. When she's around her mom, she's a very little girl. But when she's with Madison, she's very straight to the point, what she wants, how she wants it. She has no problem in being straight to the point with her. So Madison asks Chelsea, so girl, where you at now? I mean, are you still experimenting? What's the tea? Chelsea was like, this tonight is not an experiment, girl. If this was a questionnaire, I would describe myself as queer. So Madison was like, well, does that mean that you've had relationships with women? So Chelsea was like, well, that just depends on what you mean by the word relationships. I mean, I really never settled down, but there have been women, yeah, very recently actually, but nope, that didn't really last very long. Girl, thank God, because we do not want to hear about Alice's ass no more. She's like, well, anyway, whomever I'm attracted to, I really don't care about their gender. She leans in, honey. What I care about is their intelligence, their sense of humor, and their heart. The way that their eyes lighten up when they talk about something they love, like brain science. And most of all, shit, Chelsea moved a little closer, honey. She said, I'm finally getting my fingers wet tonight. And most of all, I care about luscious lips. Madison says, thanks for clarifying, girl. And Ashley, I mean, not Ashley, but Chelsea was like, anytime. Ooh. Why can't you believe me, Derek, when I tell you I love you? Because you don't love him. Sorry, y'all. We're back at the damn fancy part of Uptown, and she's begging him with these fake ass tears. Ashley get on my nerves. She's so confusing. I'm confused, and I ain't even no man. Why can't that be enough for now, huh? Why? Because Derek was like, because not now and not yet don't feel like no damn love. Feels like you're keeping me on the hook and trying to hold off for a better offer. Then she changes her facial expression. She's like, oh. Then she's like, that is so not true. She cut that cry off real quick, honey. I'm not seeing anybody else. I'm not even looking. Just a lie in her ass. Ooh, he says, well, oh, really? Well, maybe you should be looking, Ash. Ooh. Ooh, she gonna feel like, ooh. He said, maybe we both should be. Go ahead, Shanice. Go rub on that nice fireman hose of his, honey. Didn't she say she wanted to dress so she can walk away? No, baby. He's the one that's walking away. He was good. He was nice enough. He paid the tab and walked the fuck out. She cute, though. I didn't see this part on Fridays because I told y'all everybody was breaking in about them wars that's happening overseas, so I didn't see. But she looking cute. I mean, she really did look cute. I like her hair with the side part. The bust down middle gets a little boring to me with her, but she cute. And watch her needy ass call Andre. What? What? I was just being honest with him. That's all, girl. Please. Now she sobbing in the middle of Uptown. Watch he come and rescue. You know, Andre always makes 2 stops before he get home. He goes to damn Orphan Jeans and he gonna come by there and he gonna watch he catch her. What's wrong? What's wrong, Ashley? Huh? What's wrong, baby? Huh, baby? What's wrong, baby? So we're back at the country club. So Vernon and Martin leave, and right as Martin is leaving, he turns around and he looks at Kenneth. I think that's the white waiter guy, and just kept looking at him, like that mother. So Martin is still standing there in the doorway looking at Kenny, and Kenny looking at him, just continuing to clean off their table. So Vernon came by like, boy, you all right? So Martin was like, yeah, I'm good. And they walk out. Ow, we back out. Oh, we're back at the precinct, baby. We see Elon on the screen. It's a nice little fine little cop back there too. It's like a lot of different eye candy in the precinct today. Maybe I should get arrested, honey. So Smitty was like, well, about my husband. So Marcel cussed him the fuck off. He's like, look, ain't this interview about me and my damn retirement plans? Ain't this what this supposed to be about? He said, I tell you what, I'm going to do a boatload of fishing once I get the fuck out of here. He's like, on the Sheila, right? That's what Smitty said. I mean, man, I thought it was Sharon. I was wrong. So her name is Sheila. That's the name of the boat. If y'all don't know, Marcel said he's going to retire with Sheila, which is his yacht, his boat. So Marcel was like, oh, okay, that's impressive, young man. You did your homework. So Smitty was like, yeah, it just came up online when I was starting my research. Let me go ahead and search some Marcel, see what else he had. So he also found out that Marcel is a member of the Harold Harbor Yacht Club. He said, yeah, the doctor told me if I wanted to live past my 60s that I had to be more active. I can make you active now, Marcel. Don't fuck with me now. Don't fuck with me, Marcel. He said Sheila was his solution, baby, to be more active. Are you sure you didn't mean Shar? Okay, that's all right. So Smitty was like, yeah, it is a very beautiful boat, and it's very, very fast, too. Damn. Baby, he got a lot. Marcel also he was like third place in the club of Frostbite Series races last winter. Go ahead, Marcel. So he was like, yeah, that's what I did, young man, young buck. Yeah, it was cold but sweet. Yeah, it was good. It's good. So Smitty reaches into his book bag and says, yeah, man, I found the newsletter. They got a picture of you in the newsletter after you won. He said, that's you, right? So you see Smitty and you see the yachts in the back. There's a white dude in the background, too. Marcel look like he liked that picture too much. He don't like it. So Smitty's like, that's you, right? Right? Ain't that you? Yeah, that seems to be me. But I'm going to tell you. Beyond the gates, y'all could have went to the harbor and took a picture with that man. I know y'all in Atlanta. Y'all could have found a lake to take that. That don't look like that's right there. That looks like he was standing at the green screen, and yeah, that don't look like it's for real. But that's all right. It's pretend, right? Uh-oh. That damn Smitty is messy. He's like, oh. Also, doesn't that look like Joey Armstrong in the background? So Marcel was like, I don't have no idea. I don't know. So Smith was like, that's odd. I mean, you guys are both members of the same yacht club. I mean, you think that you would have run into each other. Uh-oh. Marcel act like he on stand. He talking about, not that I recall. Smitty giving him this hard, like this some bullshit. We're back at the casino, and we see the glass that Joey has been sipping on, and yeah. So he tells Vanessa, he's like, wait a minute. So you telling me that you saying that all I had to do was ask? Ooh, Vanessa said, yes, but that ask needs to have a few more zeros to be considered, honey. Joy was like, I mean, well, you liked all of my other propositions. I mean, why don't this one hit the sweet spot? She's like, no. I mean, there's nothing in it for me. I have no interest in being your mark, Joey. I mean, isn't that what they call it in your world? But I could, however, be enticed into a partnership if the terms were favorable enough. He says, I'm curious to know what would entice you. Obviously, you would have to forgive the bogus debt up front as a gesture of good faith. Ooh. I one final say on which projects we'd pursue, since I'm the one with expertise in real estate and commissions on each and every transaction for myself and for Dougie. Joey said, Doug? She's like, I'm unfaithful, Joey. Not disloyal. Say that, bitch. And Doug, he deserves some compensation for all the shit you took him through. He was like, well, everything's negotiable, and I've already told you that you'd get a commission. So you can share your 3% with whomever you like. 3? No, nigga. 6%. 6, he says. 6 for Doug, 12 for me. 18%? Are you out of your damn mind? I knew it. I fucking knew it. We're back at the damn uptown. She's in there crying. And Andre's ass is standing right there handing her a fucking napkin. Shit. He puts his arm around her talking about looks like things ain't go so well. Now that purse on the table she got is real cute. I knew his ass was going to come up in there. I knew it. He went over there because of what Naomi said. He went over there to see what happened. His nosy ass. Looks like things didn't go so well. She said, take it from a poker player, baby. You just overplayed your hand. That's what Joey tells her. Take it from a great ass businesswoman, honey. I don't think I did. Tell him, Vanessa. Or I could just collect Doug's debt and walk away. Vanessa was like, child, please, like the tough guy you are, please. But I don't have the limitations that you do. I mean, having to stay under the radar, let's call it. I mean, you could definitely try to collect from Doug, but then I'd feel compelled to alert all of my connections in law enforcement and the media. Oh, and maybe the Office of Lottery and Gambling about the shady fucking operations taking place in this very room. Go ahead, tell him, Vanessa. And then she starts to act like she crying. I think I'd be a really great sympathetic witness on camera. I could play that part very well. No one could even find out or find that there was any cheating that happened in this room. And Vanessa was like, maybe, but then you never know where an investigation might lead. I have to assume that you've been laundering money in the casino all this time the same way you want to use my business, right? Or maybe the reason you're so eager to clean money elsewhere is because this casino is already under suspicion. He says, you are adorable. But fair warning, bitch, you do not want to make an enemy out of me. She says, of course I don't. I really do like you, Joey. I really, really do. And that's the whole point of my counteroffer. There is no reason for the two of us to go to war when then she touches the table. There are such better options on this table, so to speak. He's sweating the shit about, you do like to role play, don't you? Yeah, she plays that shit well. She was like, don't you? Yeah. He grabs her by the waist and pulls her. And they're groin to groin, honey. She probably feel that old pole starting to rise. And he says, maybe there is something to offer you. Or to your offer. Maybe there is something to your offer. So we back at the precinct, baby. And Marcel was like, look, I was led to believe that this interview was about my career, not my weekend hobbies. So Smitty was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I was just distracted by by that very large, very expensive boat of yours. So we can go back to some police work, okay? So Marcel's looking at him like, I don't trust you, nigga. Looking at him sideways. So Smitty goes back, well, so you've been involved in some very interesting cases over the years. And the Darrell Rimple murder. I told you I don't know how to say my R's. And so Marcel was like, you've been misinformed. That shit wasn't my case. So Smitty was like, oh, yeah. So that one was never solved, right? The main suspect was Joey Armstrong's guy. Fast Eddie, who's usually a burglar, but he's also a really good trigger man as well. But he had confessed to a breaking and entering case across town at the exact same time as the murder. So you remember that case, right, Mr. Malone? So Marcel was like, lucky break for that guy. And so Spitty was like, well, for you too. Because, I mean, you got the collar, and Fast Eddie got slapped on the wrist and an alibi. Oh, and you know what? I just checked, and Fast Eddie is still on, oh, yeah, right here, on Joey Armstrong's payroll. Marcel was like, is that right? My dad used to say that a lot. When they say that, that means they trying to get their little mind together about what you just said. So is that right? So Smitty was like, yeah, you know what? It's real funny how your path and Joey's paths seems to keep crossing each other. Ain't that interesting? Child, we're damn uptown and they got this sexy music playing in the background. And so he rubbing on her fucking back. You're a good friend, Andre. I guess you came back in case I was right. About Derek breaking up with me. Yes, you did, but you broke... Ooh, gaslight galore, gaslight galore. She's like, that's not what happened. And she's wiping her tears. He was like, okay. Oh, well, he actually proposed to me. And I really didn't see that coming. And it really wasn't a real proposal. Then what the fuck did you want? Excuse me, y'all. I know because this girl, she's sitting there lying, talking about it wasn't a proposal. It was more like an ultimatum. What the fuck? And when I told him that I wasn't ready to get engaged, he was done with me. Girl. Andre just feeding into it with this big ass spoon. Oh, well, he's kind of a hothead, Ash. You know that, girl. I mean, I think that Derek is just going to take some time to cool off, and then he's going to realize what a mistake he made. No, what the mistake that she made. She is such a master manipulator, I swear. Oh, you didn't see his face. Oh, he was so hurt and angry. And when he left, she letting that old lip of hers quiver. I felt like I was watching my whole future walk out that door with him. Andre, would you fuck me? So he puts his arm around her, leaning in. You know what, Ashley, baby, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So Ashley, I'm sorry, I keep saying Ashley's ass. God, oh my, Chelsea and Madison are looking at their fortune cookies. And so Chelsea's fortune cookie says that you have found success in future endeavors, something like that. She says she needs to frame it and put it above her design table. So she asked Madison, what does hers say? Madison don't want to read it. She's like, girl, I don't know if I should. Girl, read it. Girl, you only live once. And hers just said, go for it. Go ahead, girl, do it while we watch. So she starts to get a little distracted. Like, girl, how did I get all this food here? I got such stuff. I can't take it with me. And Chelsea was like, girl, my mama likes Chinese food, honey. Cat can share some with Cat. Why don't we combine a lot of these cartons of rice together? We can work together, girl. And they loud kissing ass. Everybody on here kiss loud. Madison pulls her ass to her, and there they go, honey. Well, we come back and they did this whole love scene. Fireplace, candles, I'm falling for you. Girls singing in the background, unzipping my button, I untie your belt, grabbing fingertips, all of the wonderful things that make making love wonderful. Y'all know what goes on with that, ladies, don't you? Especially with with the person that you want to be with. Everybody's on here, is not hetero, so I respect all of the people of the rainbow as well. So, y'all know that was kind of hot, right? I mean, did y'all think that was too much for daytime TV? I mean, kids should, well, no, it's the summertime. But it was pretty tame. I've seen some stuff. Ooh. Yeah, so we're back at the casino with Joey, got his hands all around Nessa, honey. He says, you know what, all the woman I've ever known, baby, I ain't never known a woman like you. And they playing their old rock music, get ready to, do what they get ready to do. So she was like, oh, so you don't want to walk away then? He was like, hell no. She's like, oh, so we have a deal. He was like, well, should we shake on it? What you mean, Joey? So Vanessa's like, oh, baby, we can do way better than that. So some song called Something Wicked is playing. So we pan back to the precinct and Smitty is like, so after the case with Joey's guy, Slippy Fingers, whatever his name is, Marcel's like, sorry, honey, we're going to have to cut this short. Cause you digging too much into my past. We supposed to be talking about my years of retirement. The way that Smitty is coming at this different angle, he's coming like more of a, he's investigating, but it's not the story. It's an investigative reporting. Interesting. So Marcel was like, duty calls, honey. So Smitty was like, I was told that I have an hour for this particular interview by my paper. So Marcel was like, I guess the old adage is true, honey. Can't believe everything the papers tell you. So Smitty was like, I just got a few more questions to get through, friend. So Marcel was like, wait a minute, is that what those were? Questions? They felt more like stones. Speaking of which, have you ever heard of the expression of people living in glass houses? So Smitty is like, why would you think I live in a glass house? Marcel was like, don't ask my ass. You're the investigative reporter. We are done here. Marcel said, don't let the door hit your ass. That white dude came back. So we see some feet walking. And Martin said, I ain't through with that asshole. He said, what? Why are you talking to me? I know that you said what you said. Who the hell are you? So he grabbed that white dude in the hallway. He should. I'm glad Martin didn't give up on that. This was a good episode. Episode number 74. Yeah, what a way to begin the week. Right, right, right. It was really good. I really liked it. I really did like it. Even though we didn't see Danny or Nicole or Teddy Weddy or Leslie. Yeah, this was a great episode. Of course, y'all know because I saw my boo on the camera. Both of them, baby. Oh, y'all know I've been talking about them for the last week. How did I know they were coming up? Believe it, I don't know nothing, y'all, until y'all find out. I'll find out when y'all find out. But welcome to all of the new subscribers. Thank y'all for talking. The ones who coming on the front porch, telling, giving us y'all words, honey. I love y'all. Thank y'all. We still growing, baby. Keep sharing my video, please, y'all. I'm trying to get to this 1,000 subscribers before the summertime. At least before I have a show to have to do this fall. And it would be great to do this live before I start getting busy with my plays. Although I'm still going to do my shows and I'm going to do my reviews. But I might be running behind like I did when I first started it. But we're going to try our best to get this done because I love this show and I love y'all, my subbies. I love y'all. I'm going to start calling y'all my recappers. Isn't that corny? People be calling it people that, but as hell, if y'all want to be known as the recappers, y'all are my recappers, baby. And that's exactly what y'all are. So thank y'all for coming by. Men, women, boys, girls, everywhere. Please forgive me if y'all don't like all the cursing, but that's me. I can't be no other way, baby. I can't be no other way. And I'm the only one, and I feel like I'm the only one because I'm not live. I'm the only one that does a full recap, play by play, line by line, precept by precept. I am the only one doing this. The only one. I pause and play, push play. I do that because I love the dialogue. I'm a voiceover queen. I love giving all of the little extra, little tales and stuff here and there. I love it. So, and I think y'all love it too. So thank y'all for being a part of my tribe. You just don't know how much joy you bring to my heart and my life. And y'all just add a little icing on my cake. My cake was already full, honey, believe it. But y'all are just adding so much icing to it. I love it. And y'all keep talking. Keep talking amongst yourself. Talk to me because I will read your stuff on my screen until it start getting too much. Look, might be an hour full of comments, but we're starting right here because I love what you guys are saying. And it means so much to me that you guys are really talking. Yes. So y'all have a good one, and we'll be back tomorrow, honey. We will be back tomorrow with the next episode of Beyond the Gates. Bye.